Hey guys, Jared Weezy here with Profiles That Pop. Today I want to show you something that has bugged me for a long time, and I want to show you a bit of a workaround. You may have realized that recently LinkedIn went ahead and put some extra information up toward the top of your profile, as I'm showing right here. What's great about that is you can click on something and see more contact info. You can see connections right away, jump right to that, or you can even jump right down to the job section, which it does with one click. That's all great, but what they didn't do is a very good job of showing recommendations, which are huge on LinkedIn, especially if you're looking for a job or for a new business. If you notice, or if you remember, recommendations for as long as I've been active on LinkedIn, and I know it was different at one point, they're way at the bottom. I have to scroll all the way to the down to the very bottom, other than accomplishments and interests, as you can see, are the only thing that come after it. So all of these recommendations are essentially buried. Nobody knows to go and look for them, and there's no clue up here as to any of that. So I want to show you guys a workaround that I've developed with fyi.to. It's an awesome tool slash website with smart cards that Rodrigo Martinez has developed. So if I jump over to my recommendations card, or I should say smart list, what I've done is, for the most part, I've created Google Slides that highlight these recommendations and condense and show them all here on individual slides that act as a card format right here in an fyi.to list. And I want to show you how to create one of those. So I go over, actually I'll show you by clicking on one of these where they reside. If I actually click on options and say open the editor, it jumps out to where this is housed. It's in my Google area. And if I give this a second here to show up, I want to click on the folder. It's hidden there. Let me make this a little bigger. If I click on the folder, you'll see where these are. Jump out. I've got a separate folder out on my Google Drive. What I do is, first off, I'm just going to go ahead and make a copy. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I've got the formatting just right. Pretty soon you see that I've got a copy here. I double click and open that up. I just throw the whole quote in here in the title. So I want to just start off by shrinking that down quite a bit. I don't need quite all that space. I've got just the quotes in there. I'm going to back out. And it was giving me a problem. There we go. So this now is my slide. And if I'm clicking on it, you can see that it starts going through it. But I want to actually open it up in slides. And in this case, what I need to do is I'm going to jump back to my profile, scroll down to a latest one that I had. Apologies for jumping so fast. But you see I have a new one here. So I'm going to grab this new one, copy that, go back into one that's empty, and in two places, both the title and then in the slide. And I'm going to show you something that happens. If I just paste that in, it doesn't like that. So a little trick is when you're ready to paste, do a Control-Shift-V, and it will maintain the formatting. Now, this one that I had copied was very large, so I'm going to highlight those with a shift. I'm going to delete them. And all I need from this last slide is the symbol for a quote, which I like because it stands out more. Come back here and paste that in. Now, this last one I can go ahead and delete, and it's done. Actually, there's one more step that you need to do. You need to click on Share. When you do that, click on Shareable Link. Now that it says here it'll be with anyone that has the link can view it. So now I copy it, and this is where the fyi.to comes into play. Now I can jump back over here. I can say Edit in my smart list and click here and paste. When I do that, it threw it right here in the upper left, which is great for me because it's my newest one. I'm done. Essentially, I'm done. But what I might want to do is, as I did on these other ones, is I might want to clean up the description that you see here. I actually gave a little bit more context in some of these. So if you want to clean it up, you certainly can. You click on this. And this guy, though, actually was so short, I don't need to do anything with it. It actually looks really good to me. So if I move that out of the way, I click Save. It jumps right into the quote. Does it look like the others? Yep, the others actually had the quote. Some of them were so long that I had to cut them off. That's what you can clean up if you really want to. In fact, what I'm thinking is, that makes sense. I don't need to show them everything. So if I want to get rid of some of this, I can shrink that down and then go to the end here, and you've got the ... So that to me is good enough. And it will also allow them to realize hey, there's more here that if they want to click on it, they have to go dot, 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 and it's not such a big read. So I'm actually cleaning this up as I'm in here and realizing that. And get rid of that description because it just makes it a little bit longer. And they're already long enough. So when you're all done with that, click on Save, and you are good to go. Anywhere that you put this link, you copy that now, and I'm going to show you how, for example, to embed that. If you jump up here to your contact information is one place, click on the pencil, and I can say add a website, paste it in right here, click on other, and call it, in this case, my recommendations. Click on save, and it should work. And sometimes LinkedIn acts up. Not sure why that's happening. Anyway, you get the idea. I click on save, and then I would have that extra site showing right here. That's basically what this one is right here. I, in fact, will try changing it. Instead of the went to Jared, we'll simply paste it in right there and say other, and then it should anyway, save it. And if this has never happens to you, by the way, do a Control F5. Control F5 on Windows, and it will refresh this. So I'm going to try to do it the way I was trying. Paste it in here, go down to other, and say recommendations. On save, and it's still not going to work. All right, so be it. Every once in a while things will get glitchy, but anyway, that would be the way you would save it. And there you go. You now have your recommendations showing up at the very top when people click the contact info. And I'll give you another little trick. If you click on more and say save to PDF, when you open up that PDF, because you put it in the contact information, it'll show up right here. So now you've got it showing up at the very top. Hope that helped, guys. Again, glad you went to Jared. Thanks. Bye-bye.